Alright everyone, we've got good lighting, we've got tea, we've got Facebook, we've got everything going on. I decided randomly, see if anyone jumps on, we're building an audience here. I wanted to try an eye look, and I called it Facebook makeup because I'm going to let you know up front. I have some makeup from when I was not a Younique presenter, and it's expensive, and I don't necessarily want it to go bad, so I may try to incorporate that into my look. After the last time we met, and we had the brush fiasco, I went and got these. This matches my room, but I'm not going to be up here forever. We're actually finishing the downstairs, so these pebbles, and I put them in the bottom of these containers. So like, here's my Q-tips, I have my brushes, all that good stuff, and I grabbed just some really cute throwaway applicators from Target. I don't know, like, if anyone else has had this problem, but Younique has, and I believe it comes in the kit when you join. Hi, Patty. I'm just getting ready. I'm going to do an eye look. I think I'm going to use some Too Faced makeup. So I'm born this way. It's not just going to be Younique. So anyway, like, I don't know if you guys with your makeup brushes, or maybe I just started noticing this more because I, like, focused more on my makeup. Younique gave us, like, a long, thin brush, and it had one of these on the end, and it had just like an angled brush on the other end. And as many times as I've moved my brushes and everything else, like, I've always just assumed it's been in there, and I don't really ever use it. So the last time we met and I went to look for it, it's gone. And so I went around today and I'm looking and I'm like, why does no one, I just wanted something in the meantime, you know, I like got mine in the mail. I'm like, no one has, like, a sturdy, a longer one of these that's meant to be, like, washed out and whatever, unless you're going to, like, a Sephora, and I'm like, well, I don't want to go to Sephora, I'm getting mine from Younique. That's one of the perks of being a presenter. You get, you know, you earn your tools and your makeup and all that stuff. So I have these, but not really satisfied. I don't know what you guys do for your makeup brushes. Patty, if you're on, what do you do? Do you just use, I think, like, before I really got into makeup, so maybe like 10 years ago, I probably, like, I know these come in the little eyeshadow compacts, and I didn't really pay attention to it. I just assumed it would have been in there, so I straightened my hair, but I'm going to put it back for this. One of the things I cannot stand about these videos, and I feel like we all can relate, let me know if you can, is I naturally have this, like, I'm not a big person, and I naturally have this, like, just born with this kind of, my chin is smaller than, like, my nose, if you do this. And so whenever I'm talking on here, it makes it look like I have the worst, like, what would that be, quadruple chin, and it's the most, it annoys me, but I don't know what to do. It's there. I guess we all have one, right? Okay, so I'm gonna wait a few more minutes. I'm gonna kind of just, like, think through this as I go, but finished everything for the day and thought, like, you know what, I want to try this eye look. And I'm going to tell you this right now, I've had this MAC, it's called Prep and Prime, but I call it something different, and I can't remember what I call it right now off the top of my head. It's, let me adjust the lighting real quick. I have lights that go like this. What it does is it basically, like, makes things, like, shinier, more compact, easier to put down, so, lay down on your eyes. So I'm going to use that for the first time. I've had it forever. Not forever, but I've had it. So yeah, so if you want to see some makeup that's not necessarily all Younique, stick around. I'd love to know your thoughts on it if you've tried it. I'm gonna try this Born This Way, this Too Faced. I've never tried Too Faced. If you have tried it before, you're a fan, you're not a fan, please let me know what you like about it, what you don't like about it. It's always good to hear it from somebody else. It's always good for me to stay open-minded with, you know, other things in the makeup kind of world, and how can I say that Younique does it best and we do this and that if I don't know what else is here and being sold, right? So, and there's nothing it really says we can just, or we just have to use Younique. I truly have believed, and I'm testing that theory still, that we are the best. But I wasn't mad at the foundation, the Rimmel, I tried the other day, so we'll see. That was on the cheaper drugstore end. This is like a Sephora. This is definitely a more high-end makeup. So, I'm going to pick a primer I have that's not Younique. We're just going to get started. Patty, if you're here, say hi. Let's see. I'm going to use some Smashbox Photo Finish Prime Water. So, I think I've used this a few times before, actually. It's just like a nice, cool feeling on your face. It reminds me of like when I was little, you know, when you go to like the zoo and then you walk under those water tents and it cools down your face. That's what it feels like, so it's really nice. So I like that. I don't know what that does. It's primer water. I don't know what that's going to do in comparison to, like Younique's, which is an actual, I would say it's more of like, it's not Vaseline, but it's got more of like that kind of texture, so we'll see. I have a feeling this would be more comparable to Younique's Rose Water, which is for toning. But let's see. Let's see what happens. Alright, so I picked this shade. It is, first of all I should say, this is Too Faced Born This Way. Ignore my allergy, I'm sorry. My 3 dogs, my pugs, make it worse, and I'm not giving them up, so... Too Faced Ivory. I picked Ivory, basically. It's got a pump, something I'm not real used to, which is funny, because if you're, like Younique, like most other brands, they are pumps, so that's why they use beauty blenders. Like I said before yesterday, and I've said this in the past, prefer a foundation brush. This is Younique's. Let's see when this comes out, the consistency, because I'm not really sure. Pump it a few times. Okay, so I think I could still use a brush. It's thick. I would say this is in between the BB cream, Younique BB cream consistency, and the Rimmel I used yesterday. So, let's just get some on the face. Probably a little bit too much, but I am going to blend down into my neck because I think this is a little bit too light. I might have to put some bronzer on. So yeah, guys, I started my YouTube channel. I have an idea in my head what I want it to be. Of course, we'll see what that ends up being. I wanted to do it a while. I want to start, I think, with the makeup. I didn't want to make 3 different channels because I've got like 3 social media presence. I've got makeup, of course, and then I've got my, my pugs who are the loves of my life, and I do a lot with rescues and things like that, and they're just hysterical in their own sense and probably could have a TV show and keep me busy. They're like my kids. And then I also started this blog when I was doing my master's program, which I finished last May, and I kind of let it fall silent, and I feel bad about it, but with my thesis and working and not necessarily feeling well, I have a lot of anxiety and some issues like that with headaches. I just let it fall to the side, and I feel guilty. And it was around the world. It had, you know, my audience was around the world. It was a presence that kind of reached way past the US. So what I did was I posted on there, and on my channel I'm just going to do playlists for each thing. And I carried over my branding from the makeup world. So it's anything I had made that's Gina's Glamour Bar, Gina's Makeup, whatever. That is on there right now, but I'm going to have to rethink it because clearly that has nothing to do with grandchildren battling Alzheimer's disease. And it has something to do, I mean, I had my pugs built into my makeup one, so I gotta figure it out, long story short. But I'll figure it out. I just appreciate everyone taking a look at it yesterday and kind of supporting me these first few days. It means a lot. I'm just gonna do this. Use a blending bud. This is already wet. I already sprayed this, by the way, with our rose water. If you're using a blending bud, please wet it first. Just blend this in a little. I mean, as you can tell, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a professional. I am considering taking some classes, but we'll see. We're going to kind of see where things go the next few months. That would be apart from my job, of course. So I have to just see what we can handle, right, with life. Alright, so I did that. First impressions of that foundation would be I think I'd probably use a little bit more than our Liquid Touch foundation. That you would just put a few drops on the brush, if you're familiar with that, for Younique. I'm probably going to do a lot of comparisons to Younique because that's what I'm used to. At least at first. I also have the concealer in light, so I know this is just a little bit light for me. So, in terms of color correcting, this is Makeup Forever. If you've never heard of them, I really like them. So in terms of color correcting, I've figured out or learned or studied that green goes really well over red. You can do things with white around your eyes too, though, to make them look larger, and trying to not knock the brushes over this time. Make them awake, but I like this, so I'm going to use it. Whenever you're doing anything under your eyes, try to either highlight or hide or whatever, make sure you guys do a V, okay? You want to draw it away from the red. Don't just do this, okay? That does nothing. So, I want to draw it away from there. And this is so concentrated and compact. I'll show you I'll show you again. So I know, like, in the morning, I'm pretending like this is morning, rather, I do like to put some of that under my eyes to make me look more awake, and I think it has done its job. If you're on, say hi, so I have an idea. Okay. I'm gonna do an eye look that has a pigment or powder, so if you've watched me put on makeup before, I'm gonna blend this out with some concealer, but first I'm gonna do this. Obviously I'm not gonna leave green on my face, excuse me, but I have an itchy nose. I'm sorry guys, I don't have any Kleenex in here. The eye primer is from Younique. Any primer, just put a primer if you're using a pigment or a loose pigment or a palette because it's going to come off your face. And when I used to wear Urban Decay all the time, that's exactly what happened. And now they have some really cool eye primers, apart from face primer. So I only have this eye primer, I should say. I have different primers, so we're just going to try that one. Okay, now what I use also for my eyes, I've tried, is it's blurred off, but it's NYX. It's 604 Milk, and I'm not sure what this originally was supposed to be because I've had it for a long time. But I use it, it's white, right? So I'll take some and just put it in the corner of my eye, but I blend it. I'll do more with like our Pristine, when I'm saying our, I mean Younique. That's just a habit. Liner towards the end when I'm done. So now what I do is I just use my finger and do this. And I kind of do this. I'm going to spray my blending bud again. Blend this out. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of concealer, like I said. I really like, Tarte has this awesome concealer. And everyone loves it. Like, all the reviewers love it. I love it. I'm just not going to use it today. And it's something tape. I'm blanking on the... Hold on one second. I've got it right here. Got a couple shades of it. Shape Tape. Love this stuff. Anyway, we're going to try this one just because I want to see. Okay, so it's kind of... I'm assuming it's watery just because I opened it, but it's kind of thin. So let's just see something. Like my scar up here. I'm going to use the Younique concealer brush. Concealer brush. The nice thing about Younique is if you're newer to makeup or you're just not used to putting it on, they put the names on all the brushes. Now, I've seen concealer brushes from other companies that look completely different. It's just kind of, it can be company preference. So, not only am I going to end up highlighting down the center of my nose, but I have some blackheads there I want to cover up. Here too. Okay. We'll do a little bit of contouring, not a lot, just because I'm going to have to bronze my face anyway to kind of even out this color. This is kind of fun, I have to say. I'm not used to really just like creating looks. Not that I can't with Younique, but it's just, you can try other stuff. And bring it in. Okay. We might do a little bit more with that scar as, you can see it's still, as we head towards the end, but for right now that's okay. So, what do I want to use for that? I think I'm still going to use, I'm going to pat down, yeah. So this is Hermosa, this is the Beachfront Bronzer from Younique. I'm going to use this, and I want the Powder Puff brush from, actually need to order a new one. This is Younique's, as you can see, Powder Puff. It comes with, it's nice because it has one side that's a matte and one that is like a shimmer. So once you pat it down, I always kind of blend them in the top. And if you see my Sunset, which is the lower shade, which I'm not using right now, the top looks completely destroyed, but it's really just because I'm patting it down. So let's just try to warm my face up a little bit. I'm using a stipling motion, but I'm not using the stipling brush because I think that would just take too long. Doing the whole face like this. That also helps cover my scar. The bristles are getting loose and I just washed it, that's how I can tell I need a new one. So, I'm going to bring that down a little. Just warm this all up. Okay. And that looks like I have more of a shade. Okay. That did the job. I have an even newer setup from the other day. I moved everything around, so please bear with me. As most of you know, I have an ongoing struggle with my... until I can move downstairs and have the room I need. Oh, okay, let's see. We did that. Alright, let's do some NARS. This color's pretty. I think it'll go with the shirt. It's called Sin. I'm going to use a Morphe M405 brush. So I'm going to do this, but I'm going to not just plop my blush here. I'm going to do it like also more towards my ears. So see how pigmented that is? I need to blend that out. I just don't know. Yeah, we're going to blend that out. Oh, yeah. I don't want to use that. What am I looking for? This is a Real Technique stipling brush, so it should. Okay, there we go. So far, I have to say that out of all of the foundations and concealers I've used, this Too Faced, I don't want to judge it too soon, but I'm not very impressed by it. Just saying. Okay, we did that. Let's do a little bit of highlight. So, do I want to use Becca or do I want to use Younique? I'm going to use... Younique has, I have tons of awesome highlighters, and I'll share them with you, but this one I really like right now. It's Younique's. It's a la mode, cream to powder. We have 3 different forms of, they call them luminizers, but they're really highlight, and this is called Benevolent, and I like to just put that right here. I already did some lightness down there, so that's where I like to put mine. Keeping in mind, this is a makeup look. It's a little bit more subtle, just because when I do wear makeup, like, yes, if I'm going out, whatever, but the majority of times I'm putting on makeup, I work for a senior living facility. I'm just dusting this over. This is a Morphe M510, so I try not to wear anything that's, like, super drastic or super shiny or, you know, wearing contoured to the hill and everything like that, because I try to be respectful. Okay. Sorry, I'm just drinking tea. Okay, so we did that. So we're going to do brows. After we do brows, we'll do eyes. I love eyes. And then we'll do lips. Okay. Where's my brow palette? This I have not found something besides Younique that I actually really like right now. This they just released. It's the Moonstruck Brow Obsession palette. I'm kind of obsessed with it. This is the color brown. I stay within number 2, but I also use this, makes this? Fake Awake. It's, oh gosh, who makes this? It's an eye highlighter. I'm thinking it's Tarte. It is, it's Tarte. And I'm weird. Once I have my eyebrows done, I kind of trace out and clean up around with this. It just works. It does. So I'll take rose water. You could use like, if I didn't have this, I could grab the Smashbox primer water or something. And I'm going to use the Younique brush because honestly, I've got a few eyebrow brushes in here, and that's the one I actually really like. So, as you can see, this now has stuff at the bottom, so it can't just go flying across the room on me. Although that was funny, I'm not gonna lie. That was a little bit funny. Just gotta roll with it when it's live. Alright. My dog wants in here so bad. And I'm like, no, guys. Gotta do my makeup. I need a sign from my door that says, until I relocate, I write one. I need one that says, like, going live. Okay, this is so, I love this, because look how precise this is. Can you guys see that? Like, how precise that is? And then they give you this end. They give you, like, a pomade, other stuff, a wax in here. I'm just kind of a number 2 kind of girl, and the Awake. That's my favorite. So I'm going to use the angled end. I'm going to spray this and get it wet. Then I'm going to dip it in here. I have to use this mirror above me. I'm sorry, because there's no way. Trace as lightly as I can. Trace out my line, my real eyebrow. Keeping in mind, we're going to clean that up a little bit. And I used a very light hand, so it shouldn't be any darker than... This is the one that gives me trouble. There's always the one. Yep. I hate this stuff. So what we do is use this. Okay. Now we are going to clean this up. Least favorite thing to do is my eyebrows. Probably most women. But I'm telling you, this helps a lot. Just use this Fake Awake and go around and clean up. Okay, let's look now. Yeah, we're not bad. We are not bad. Okay, so I'd go over and do a little contouring, but now what we're going to do is try this look. So, part of the kudos for Younique this month, you get to pick a palette. If you watched any of my other videos, you've seen that. So, I have done palette 1 and 2. This is palette 3, if you're interested. So you got your pinks, kind of silvers, purple. I think what I want to do is use Determined for sure, and I do Ecstatic. Might try Ecstatic actually. I think I'm gonna try Ecstatic with this MAC fix. Hi Tammy, I think that was you. So I've never tried this stuff. Bear with me. What? Oh. Is that how that works? Duh. Alright, I got it open. So, not my preferred way of doing this, but we'll see. Fix Plus is what it's called. Thank you, Gina, for remembering. And I definitely like to pat this down, but I am using ones from the Target section that are not super quality, so. But this Fix Plus is going to help it stay, and it's going to help it be shiny. So we'll just clean up what we have to clean up, you know. Unfortunately, until I get mine in the mail, I have no idea what happened to it. Hopefully a pug didn't get it. Doubt it. They're highly supervised. That was a joke. Okay, clean this up a little. I want to now use the color in my crease. No, Tickled. Tickled. Let's do that. Doing the best I can with these, so try to blend that out. Okay. And then let's do a little bit of Determined, just real lightly under the brow bone. And for that, I'm going to use, need something smaller for that. I'm just going to use, no, that's actually not going to work. Ah, where's my Morphe when I need it? I guess we could use it, it's fine. We're going to use a Morphe M510 and just very, very, very lightly do this. Okay. So that is palette 3. Now, in the crease, I want to use something different. I'm going to use a little bit of my highlighter. One of my highlighters, if I can find the one I want. Yeah, no, that's not it. So, Smashbox has this really cool set, and it's like a 3 pencil set. And you get one for contouring, one, it's step by step. I don't like it to use it in the way that it's meant to. This is bronze. I don't know, I just don't like it that way. But contour, and this one's highlight, and I'm just going to use a little bit of the highlight. in the corner of my eye and blend that with my pinky. That's going to make me look even more awake. See how awake I look? It's pretty cool. Okay, so for a liner, I actually forgot about that. We do get one liner with this, so let me find a cute liner. These are lip liners. I don't want to do black, but I have a feeling that's all I have in here right this second. Ah, brown. Perfect. What is this? Okay. No, that's a reddish. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I would like to use a brown color, but... Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to try... No, we're not going to do that. I thought maybe that would work. I do like that as a highlight, too. Thanks for staying with me, guys. I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to try this, and if it comes out a little bit too red, we obviously don't want to look like we have a red eye. We'll fix it. So, okay. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay, so we're just going to use Perfect for right now, which is my go-to anyway. I always wear black liner, sometimes brown. Okay. Your tight line. Okay. Okay, we did that. Now it's time for some lashes. Some presenters like to put on a base coat of their favorite, I don't know, non-Younique mascara. I like this Supersizer by CoverGirl. I like to add just like one, I'm gonna look up here, one layer of this. I think the brush just keeps your, you don't have to do this. I like it just to keep the eyelashes apart. You certainly don't need to do it, but okay. Now we're going to go back, and we are going to use our mascara, which is Younique's. So 3 steps, gel, fiber, gel. Alright, trick with your fibers, if you are using Younique, when you take this out, roll it on the back of your arm, or your hand, and it's going to keep the fibers nice and compact, and there's not going to be fallout. Okay, now we do one more step. We do those, we do the gel again so we can lock in the fibers. Sorry, I make like making weird motions with my mouth. I just have always done that when I'm doing mascara. I'm not sure why. Probably because I'm trying to be precise. Okay, that. I'm struggling not being able to see with my glasses. Oh my god, so funny. Okay, cool. Just gonna do a little cleanup. Okay. Good there. Now, let's do some lips. I'm going to use a Lancome. They came out with these amazing lip glosses that make your lips look like white throughout the day. This is Lavender Patina and 02. So let me see if I have any kind of brush I can use to... This might work. No, it's a MAC one. I just like to fill in my lips if I can at all, but I don't know that Younique has one that's close. You know what we're going to do? That's okay. Sometimes you can use a white liner and you can fill in your lips and it'll like enhance the color of what you're going to put on. So. This white pencil is called Pristine. You can even, if you really want, take this and draw this line higher if you want a higher lip. Okay. Let's try this. I really like this. I know this looks weird, but it'll work. Alright, see that? So what we're going to do actually, I'm going to clean up a bit with the contouring. I do want to add, put this, not a her. We're going to go back and take one of these step-by-step contour pencils that I have here. Not the browns, not this one. I can, there it is. I just want to do some like right here. Wasn't going to do any, but you can go back and add more. So for these I use a weird brush. These are really cheap. You can get them on like Amazon. They have them really cheap. Just ads on Facebook. Just be careful what you buy. Where's mine at? This one's a little big, but it's just called my brush set. Okay. I just like it to contour. See, that just gave me a little bit more color, a little bit more definition. If you want, you can do some more under here, which I might do as well. Just make sure you blend really well. You don't look like you have like a mustache or anything weird going on here, okay? You know, we'll talk about highlighting for a different time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do this around my nose since I have allergy issues going on. Alright, now I'm going to do a little bit. I always do a thin line with black on top. Promise my skin looks darker than looks in this mirror. And Lancome has a ton of colors like this. They were just sold out if you're interested in them. Alright, I think that's everything I wanted to go over. Take this out. You know, got that lovely hair going. Get my brush. Fix that up a little, but other than that, I would think my lips are not as shiny as they're coming off, by the way. It doesn't look that shiny. Let me grab something so it doesn't blind you. Oh. There. It's a little bit better. Okay. So, I promise it doesn't look white. I don't know. That's just the lighting and the sheen from it. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks guys for joining me. Thanks for letting me kind of just like walk through and talk through the makeup. I'll let you know if my impressions of this Too Faced Born This Way change. It's not bad, it's just I can tell when I'm applying it so far it's not any different than really some of the ones I've tried, and I'm not thinking that it's greater than Younique yet. It could change my mind. I'm going to do a spray of rose water just to keep my face in order. I also like, by the way guys, if you want a like a professional spray, but you don't want to spend a ton of money and you don't want to order rose water or whatever have you, it doesn't work for you, I like the L'Oreal Infallible. I'll use that sometimes when I go to work. So, just a note for you. Alright, this is going to get posted on YouTube. More and more things probably are. Once I have my official setup, it's waiting to get put together downstairs. But yeah, so if you guys have questions, of course you can always order Younique from me. I'm not saying anything here is bad, or that Younique is bad or anything like that. It's just that I have makeup and I don't want it to go to, you know, to throw it out or for it to go bad or whatever. So, or people have given me things to try or they've not liked or whatever, and I don't want the wait, you know, I don't want it to go to waste. So, I don't think there's any harm in trying it. So yeah, thanks. And I'm gonna put this on YouTube, like I said. So if you don't mind, just go over. I'll put the link. Subscribe to my channel if you wouldn't mind, or like this video. I'd really appreciate it. Have a really good work week, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks.